Hi, everybody. Well, today we are going to learn about images. And have you ever had a PowerPoint or a Google slide presentation and you would like to add a picture, but the pictures that you find all have background and you don't want it to mess up the clean view of your slide? So I'm going to show you a couple easy tricks today. So one of the places that I love to find images is on Pixabay.com because you do not have to do any attributions or cite any authors or anything. So one of the things we're going to do is I'm going to put teacher in here. And in the teacher, I am going to scroll down and see what I can see. And I really like her because of the way that she's looking, and the angle is going to be great for what I would like to do on the slide. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to do save image as, and I'm going to make sure I know where I'm saving it. So I'm going to save that. Now I'm going to go into this program. It's called remove.bg. Okay, so remove.bg, and this is how simple it is. Okay, so you upload an image and you're going to find exactly where you downloaded the image from Pixabay, and I just double clicked on it and automatically it brings it in. Now I can either edit or download, and so what I'm going to do, you really if you just go to copy and paste, if I copy the image and then go back to the slide and paste it in there, what I want you to notice is that a lot of times it will not come in with a clear background. It'll come in with a white background. And this time it went ahead and came in with a clear background. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize that. But if it doesn't, what you can do is you can click on the download button and you can see that it automatically comes down here and downloads, and then you can import it. So I can go ahead and resize the image, and you can see that the majority of the image was edited properly. You can see there's a little bit in her around the marker that still did not get defined. So if I want, I can come back over here and I can go to edit. And I always like to edit from a bigger size because it makes it a lot easier. So I'm just using this this plus button here. I'm going to zoom in, and then you click on over here, erase or restore. So it comes in on erase, and I can push the brush size way down, and I'm just going to click and drag. Now, if I accidentally grab too much, what's really nice about this is I can click on restore, and then I can come back over and put that in there. So depending upon how you grasp that, it makes it sometimes you have to go back and forth and really fine tune it in there. You can just point and click if you want, and then go back and restore that as well. So it's just something that you have to practice with. And if you want to be that technical, the majority of the things that you do, you will not need to be that perfect with. But you can see that now it does not have that in here. So I'm going to go ahead and download that, and then I can come back to my presentation and I can go insert image, upload from computer, and it's going to be in my downloads file. And you can see teacher with marker remove BG, so it automatically saves it with their moniker. And now I have two of them, and you can see the difference in her hand here and her hand here. So I'm going to get rid of that, delete. I'm going to pull her back over so it makes a nice image there. And I can just let's see, I actually want it to be so her marker goes up a little bit. Now she's in front of the text and I don't want her to be, so I'm going to go arrange, order, send to back, and I can keep playing with that to see if it's how I want it to be. Now I may want to turn and have this be red so that it shows up a little bit more. But that just adds a fun dimension to your presentation. Okay, I wanted to show you another couple things about remove background. So just like before, I'm going to click on upload image, and you can see that the one that we just put in there is still there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a file that I have a bunch of images in, and I want to show you a couple different things. So I'm going to click on this one, Teacher in the Forest, and as she uploads, you can see how strangely that it brought that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Edit, and then I'm going to click on Erase and Restore. And what I want to do is I want to just play around with this and see what it's going to look like, because maybe I just want the kids and a little bit of the background, but I want part of the teacher to be see-through, have a see-through background. So this way it is going to allow us to have some background for the setting, so it didn't look so odd. And then after I have that, maybe I think, oh, that's just too big. And see how she's looking at these girls, so these boys are kind of really out of there. So maybe what I want to do is I want to take the boys out of it altogether and not even use them. So I think I like that a little bit better. So now I'm just going to clean up my edges, and I can always crop that with my other software. But I think that looks a lot better than what I had it. So then I'm going to click download, and now I can utilize that. Okay, so that's another easy thing if something comes in weird. So I'm going to again click on upload image, and I'm going to click on, I have this picture of a bunch of students in a classroom. So I'm going to double click on that, and it's going to bring it in. But what's interesting is that you can see how crowded this is in front. So the software could not identify a foreground. So in some of the pictures, you have to be careful, because it will not work if the software can't decide exactly what you're trying to deflect from. So that one will not work. So I'm going to do upload image again. And I have this young woman with a learning sign in front of her. And it comes in, and it even took the learning out. So what I would have to do is I would have to go to Edit, and then I would have to go to Erase and Restore. But what you're going to notice is that even though I erase and restore that, it's going to be too hard to put that through without getting some of the background in there. So if you do want to have the blue behind the learning sign, then that would be okay. Or what you could do is leave it the way that it was, and then go through and add in your own background using your software. But she's kind of fun to just have. Okay, so here's the original. So I can go through and I can add in whatever I want, but she's pretty fun to have just as part of anything that you would be doing on a slide that she would be looking up to, that you want your eyes to go to. So I'm going to open this original up now that I have it downloaded, and I'm going to save it where I want it to be. So I'm going to save into my picture folder, and young woman, arms up. And then I will have her for the next time that I want to put something on a slide. So if I take this one away here that I just did and added her, see that did not come in with the clear background. So I'm going to do arrange, order, send to back. And now I do like her in this, because now she looks like, oh, I really like that. And it has your eyes go up to, and I just want to center it as best as possible. So that's a different option and gives you a little bit of the limitations of the software as well.